Welcome back, everyone. I am Psycho Emerald. Today I'm back with another Star Wars The Black Series action figure unboxing and review. Today I have the Imperial Death Trooper from The Mandalorian. This is the Credit Collection Amazon exclusive version. Figure that I've been wanting for a while, and I was able to pick it up for a really good price on Prime Day for $17. And yeah, just couldn't pass it up. So yeah, this is a really cool looking figure. The card back looks really cool too, and yeah, it comes with a little credit chip. So I'm really looking forward to getting this figure open. It was super cool to see the Death Troopers in The Mandalorian. This is the first time we saw them in live action since Rogue One. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm really happy to have a Death Trooper in my collection. They're probably my favorite trooper design other than, the original Stormtroopers. So I'm ready to get this figure out, but first, let's check out the box. So yeah, let's check out the card back for a sec. We got the Mandalorian logo, kind of the racetrack type design, the vintage style card, and then this going all the way around. Very, very cool. We got the name pill there, it says Imperial Death Trooper. We got the bubble here with that same color behind the figure, and the figure's right in there. We got the credit chip, and then we got this card back image, which is probably pulled straight from the credits of The Mandalorian. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what I think that's part of it. I know it's meant to look like the artwork from the concept art in the credits, but I don't. So yeah, this probably is one of the end credit images. Very, very cool for the card back, because that concept art that we see in the end credits of all the Mandalorian episodes is very, very cool. So really like it. Let's check out the back. We also got ages 4 and up. Kenner warning once again. Don't put it in your mouth, as Robo from the Fwoosh would say. Not stealing that phrase, just quoting him. Yeah, so then we got that full image back here. Accidentally creased the package a little bit because it was like really bent. You can see it's kind of bent. It was really bent when I first got it, so I was trying to crease it back and I ended up creasing it like that. So felt a little bad about that, but oh well. We got the racetrack design, Star Wars. We got that full image right there, probably from the credits, like I said earlier. Disney, Hasbro, and then we got this write-up that says, this distinctive collection features premium deco applications inspired by the end credit images from The Mandalorian, plus a collectible Imperial credit accessory. After the fall of the Galactic Empire, usage of their form of money, Imperial credits, became less common, with many planets refusing payments in the currency on principle. We got the Star Wars Black Series logo up here, and yeah, that's going to pretty much be it. Let's grab the trusty unboxing knife and break this figure open. Okay, so I got the trusty unboxing knife, so let's try to find it. I usually like to start on the corners because those are the hardest parts to get around when you're cutting through it. But if we go like that, so we kind of cut the credit chip part out. Part of the bubble is kind of cut out there. And then we can hopefully try to, it looks like I've accidentally cut a little bit too low. So yeah, sometimes these unboxings are an adventure. So let's go like that. There, that should be ready to open up now. Do it. So let's try to, there, get the tray out. There's the figure and the credit. So let's take the credit out first. Kind of this bronze Imperial credit chip. And then we got this, what is this called? E11D, I don't remember. People know the names of the blasters. I play a lot of Star Wars Battlefront, so usually I can remember what these are called. I think it's an E11D. I might be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Take that little blaster pistol out of there, and then get the figure itself. Oh yeah, very, very excited. So let's move the packaging out of the way and we'll take a better look at the figure. Okay, so let's take a look at this Death Trooper. It looks really cool. I'm liking kind of these splatters of brownish orange and purple paint on him. I don't know if you can see that because of the lighting, but if you look at it, he's got some really cool paint there added on. Underneath it, it's just kind of this gray, instead of being like the shiny almost metallic looking black color that the normal Death Troopers are. This credit collection one is more of a gray with these splatters of paint on top of the gray there. So very cool. If we look up here, he's got the green on the visor and then the green on these, what do you even call these? Are these like the vents for them to be able to breathe through their helmets? And then here we got lots of detail on like this upper armor piece on his shoulders. Down here, very good. A lot of sculpted detail, not a lot of paint detail other than, the credit collection paint splatters on it. And then, yeah, there's a lot of sculpted detail. I'm sure there'd be a lot more paint detail on it in the regular release of the Death Trooper, but I'm liking this. If we look down here on the legs as well, Got good detail. So yeah, I'm liking it. It looks really cool. I don't have the original release or the archive release of the Death Trooper yet, but I do plan on getting one of those at some point. Or maybe I won't, since I have this one, since it's basically the same figure, just with a different color scheme. So I'm really liking the figure. It looks really cool. Just not too much to say, but you can see all the little details on it. Looks very, very cool. And the paint, the credit collection paint splatters on it make it very, very unique. So I really like that. So yeah, let's check out the articulation. So for articulation, for his head, he can look down and he can look up slightly. He doesn't look up too far, but he looks up a little bit, looks down nice amount, and he can swivel to the side. And his armor plates are made of rubber, so they can lift over his armor there, so he can get his shoulder all the way up. And then no bicep swivel, but there's a swivel at the shoulder hinge. Then he's got a hinge and swivel at the elbow. Then he's got a hinge and swivel at the wrist. Then here at the abs, he's got a crunch forward, crunch back, and then he can tilt side to side and swivel. And then he's got lift out at the waist, and then he can lift forward. These are made of a rubbery material that the leg is able to push up, so it can get up like that. And then it goes back slightly, and then swivel at the top of the thigh. And then he can bend his knee pretty much all the way back with the double jointed knee. Then he got a rocker and pivot at the ankle. So very good articulation on the Death Trooper, and besides the lack of a bicep swivel, but that's easy to be overlooked. So let's check out his accessories. First would be this credit chip here. We got some letters in Galactic Basic. I don't really know how to read that, but my brother wrote it all down, how all the letters go to each other. So maybe he'll be able to help me read that. Sure, it says something about currency, since that's exactly what an Imperial credit chip would be. Then we got the Imperial insignia there. Very cool. And then nothing really on the back. But cool little credit chip. Don't know really why they include them with the figures, but I guess as part of the credit collection, they probably figured, well, if we're doing the credit collection for the end credits of the Mandalorian, might as well just include a little credit in there just for fun. But it is kind of random, but I'm okay with it. And then we've got his blasters. So we got this little blaster pistol. I have no idea what the name of this one is. Someone tell me in the comments if you would want to. And yeah, it's a cool little pistol though, and we will see how it fits in his hand soon. And then here we've got the E11D, I believe it's called. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's very cool. It's got kind of this red paint on the end. So this is very, very, very well done. And he's got more red paint right there. So very, very cool. Okay, so when it comes to putting the blasters in his hands, will come my main gripe with this figure. He does not have trigger fingers. He kind of does. If you look at that finger is kind of separated from the rest of the hand, but not enough to actually get into the, the trigger guard. So it's not really working for me with that, but it still looks okay in his hand if you're not looking too close to realize, hey, his finger isn't actually on the trigger. But it's still very, very close, and it still looks okay. That looks pretty cool. Oh, also, sorry if there's not very much lighting over here. As you can see, on my hand, there's kind of shadow. Yeah, I just kind of got an overhead light that's kind of coming down, so sorry if the lighting isn't great. Let's check out how the blaster rifle fits into his hands. Okay, so there he is with the E11D blaster rifle in his hands. You can easily put in both of his hands, and the trigger finger looks a little bit better with that one, if you can see that. It looks a little more natural this way. I know probably if you were holding an actual firearm, you wouldn't want to have your finger on the trigger when you're just holding it and resting, but when you're posing an action figure, that's the way I would want to pose it, and I think this one looks a lot better. I understand there are very different types of blasters, but I think this one's a lot better, and will definitely be the one that he will be holding on my display shelf. So, yeah, let's give you guys a closer look at this Death Trooper. Alright, so my finishing touches on this review. I'm really liking the credit collection, the end credit inspired type paint that's on the figure. I know it's kind of weird, it's probably not everyone's thing, but I really like it. I think it gives the figure a little more personality, makes it a little more unique, and yeah, I really like this figure. I would highly recommend it if you don't have a Death Trooper, but if you do already have one of the normal Death Troopers, one of the original releases or the archive one, I would pass on this figure. It's not really worth it, but if you really dig the credit collection paint type stuff on the figure, then I would definitely say, yeah, go ahead and pick this one up. But if you're not really liking it too much, I wouldn't say it's necessary. at all to get this figure if you already have the normal ones. But since I don't have any Death Troopers and I was able to pick this one up for $17, like, this was absolutely a great buy for me. I'm really liking this figure, and it will definitely go great in my collection. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If you have, please leave a like. If you like Star Wars action figure reviews, that's mostly what I do on my channel, but I branch out and do Marvel Legends, NECA, DC, stuff like that, Funko Pops. Pretty much whatever I'm adding to my collection, I will do a video on. So if you're into that type of content, toy collecting and stuff like that, that's what I do on my channel. That's what my channel's about. So if you're into that, please consider subscribing, yeah, I would really appreciate that. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you found it enjoyable, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.